Hello my beautiful friends, today I will share with you a very important topic I think that can help you, can turn on some button in you so you can understand more. Please be patient with my explaining. I have to use my own story to explain. I need to use this story because I think that this topic is so difficult to explain, and actually you have to feel it some way. So I am hoping that my story in my Buddhist practice, Dharma practice, will help you understand it more. So please be patient, listen to the story to the end, and hopefully you will find the answer in there. Thank you. Hello my beautiful friends. So today I will share with you some topic about consciousness, what the consciousness is, and what is the thought and the aggression and angriness inside of us. I'm not a teacher, I'm not any master, not anything special, and I really don't want to be a teacher or any master or some special person. I don't consider myself that way. I think that I'm just a Dharma friend who have a little tiny experience, and from the experience I will share with you. And how do I know that the consciousness what we really are, and why I know that the thoughts and the aggression, the anger, jealousy and negative way of thinking is not us, it's not me, it's not you. How do I know? As many times I told you that I was atheist, I didn't believe in anything. As I mentioned that my mother was very sick and everything go downhill. At that time the career go downhill. My mother was sick and I myself, I had that kind of feeling that I cannot live with myself anymore because I couldn't stop the negative thought pattern. The negative thinking just slowly just eat me from inside out. And because of the negative thinking, because of that thought and the big aggression, I was very aggressive person, not with the people outside. I used to work in show business for 15 years, and that's the place that can, really squeeze you, and the jealousy and the competition in there is very big. And me as a person who didn't know about that, I just walking in the show business just simply because I wanted to make my father proud, and simply I just want to be loved, and receive many flowers and toys. And I was really amazed about the lighting and about the red carpets, all the beauty and shiny things and fans and the flowers and all that beautiful things. So as a kid, I was really amazed about this kind of thing. And I said, wow, what a beautiful life, so wonderful. So I imagine that every day that I am that, and it becomes true. And it becomes true, but somehow when it comes true, I have to face with many jealousy, angriness, hateness, competition, many things like that. It was really tough, and it was like 1999 when I just walked into showbiz. There was no things like internet or mobile phones or Facebook, nothing like that. Everything was like just on paper, like newspaper and television, stuff like that. And for someone who wanted to be on television was really a big deal. So yes, the big deal comes to me, everything comes true. I become famous, but at the same moment, I start to become someone else because I have to like protect myself from, you know, the jealousy, aggression and stuff like that. And slowly I become someone else, absolutely someone else, with very aggressive thinking and negative thinking. But I always was like person who don't want to show the aggression outside. So if someone do something bad to me, if someone say something bad to me, or if someone do really nasty thing to me, I will never, you know, let them see my aggression at that moment. I will hold it inside of myself. And this aggression and negative thinking will appear at my home when I am alone. I never show to my family this aggression or any friend because I always didn't want people know the true feeling inside of me, and I really didn't want people to see who truly I am. And at that moment I thought that I am that aggression, I am that aggressive person, and that was something I really want to hide for myself. So when I come home, the aggression was really high, and just the little tiny things could, you know, turn on the button. I could drop something, I could drop some sauce, some soup on the floor, and it makes me so angry because I dropped that sauce or that soup on the floor, that I could, you know, break everything on the table, one shot like that, and everything was flying and was broken. And when everything was broken, the aggression goes up and up and up, and then everything was dirty, and the aggression go up and up and up and up, and the thoughts and thinking crazy. And I lived like that for many years, until when I was 27, I decided I want to suicide because I couldn't live with myself anymore. I couldn't live my thought anymore with the aggression. And the thought was so negative, and it was something like that, repeat, and all the time, and it was very tiredful. I couldn't stop it. I don't remember that there was any time, relaxing time. I didn't know how. And I was really depressed. And when I was 27, I had everything already. I had house, nice car, everything. I have everything. It wasn't depression that I wasn't successful, but I was successful. I was on the biggest success in my life, actually. But at the same moment, I was totally drained out, lost, and going crazy with my mind. So that day, when I suicide, there was something happened. It was not successful, of course, because I'm still here. But today I don't want to talk about that night when I suicide. No. I want to talk about something else. I was 27. After that suicide, okay, something's happened, but it was not strong enough for me to realize what the thoughts really is, what the mind really is. And it was not strong enough to let me know the tools, how to turn it off. And actually, I still didn't realize what the thinking is. I just really knew that something is wrong. And I think that 5 years later, when my mom got sick, that was the button that turned on everything about my spiritual journey. I ask, I believe, and I did receive. I asked about my mother's health, which doctors said that no, this is like, no way. She was a little bit crazy, not little bit, she really was crazy. Many things happened. So maybe at the time I will show you the pictures and the healing of my mother, so you can understand that this kind of divine things and the energy healing is really existing through the evidence. I have some evidence, so but this is today, not today. So even the doctors said that there's no way. They give my mother pills, much more pills my mother ate, much more she got crazier. And so I say, okay, we have to stop with this. And then my career went down, and it was really big mess in my life. So I said, okay, I will stop with the career. I have to, get rid of it. I get rid of the career, I rid of the show business, I rid of everything. And now I just want to pay attention to my mother's health. And when I ask God or something higher than myself, it's something connect. And she was healed. From that moment, there was always some consciousness, higher energy, universal energy, or Jesus or Buddhas or Bodhisattva, whoever want to call it. There was something that guided me. And it was not like a thought anymore, but it was just like the real guidance. It was like, maybe it called channeling, I don't know. Maybe it was channeling, because most of the time when the teaching comes through my body, I just write it down. And many times was some really clever things. So then I follow that. And then one time they told me, like, you cannot have maid, like a cleaner, housekeeper. You cannot have that housekeeper, that cleaner anymore. And now you have to work and do all the house things, cleaning toilets, cleaning poops from dogs, cleaning everything. Because this is the path you will transform your aggression, anger. Nobody and no divine, no Buddhas, no protectors can protect you if the anger is still there. If you are still aggressive and the anger is still there is no protectors, no Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Jesus can help you. No one. The aggression have been transformed. You cannot say that you want to get rid of the aggression and have no tools for it. And the tools is different for everyone. But they are enlightened beings enough to know which path, which tools works with everybody. That is why when you have a prayer to Jesus, to God, to Bodhisattvas, the Buddhas, to Shiva, to anybody, you will get the inner knowing, the inner teaching, something higher than yourself. The enlightened being will show you the path, because they are enlightened one and they know exactly who fits with which path, which tools. So for me, My weakness was that I never ever in my life want to clean stuff at house. I work so hard in many works, many stuff, but I never clean dishes, never clean the toilet. I never do that. Even I was a child, I used to sell papers, like papers. I just collect papers and I sell it, and then I have a money to rent my cousin to clean the dishes and toilet. I didn't do that from my childhood, so it was the worst thing ever. I said no, I really hate that. So that was my weak side. So they knew that this is my weak side. So they told me that no, please, from now on, you will now have maid, housekeeper, cleaner. No, you have to do it yourself. And so I was just answering. I say, why? Why I have to do it myself? Why? This have nothing to do with the Dharma. This have nothing to do with the change myself. They say, you want to change? You listen. If you don't want to change, don't listen. We will leave you. You call us. You call for help. And now when we are here, we giving you the tools and you say no. Why would we be here with you? So this is kind of things like, if you are the practitioner, okay, you have to practice. And if you practice, the divine will be there. If you not practice, the divine will leave. They don't want to waste their time with someone who don't want to, because we have a free will. So then I did everything myself. I clean everything myself. I cleaned the poops from dogs. I cleaned the toilet. I did that for, I think, 1 year. And it was very hard from the beginning. And I was very angry. I did that with not pleasant feeling. I did that with disgust. I did that with resistance. I did that with hateness. But I did. So after a while, when you are practicing, you're doing the Dharma practice, you're doing your cleaning stuff, you try to be a better person and you really want to change. But you never know if your learning have any result. If there is not examination, there is not exam for you to know. So they will send some exam, some unpleasant situation, and they will watch. They will watch you if you doing good, how far you have changed. So for me, the examination, they try me in this way, like my dog. I have 2 dogs, and my dogs never ever pee or poop in the middle of living room. Never, they never do. But somehow that day, my first dog, PP, just pee in the middle of the living room. And yes, I wasn't angry. I just cleaned it up and everything was fine. Even though, it was not so pleasant, but yes, I really didn't pay attention to it much. But then my second dog, Bonnie, go right middle in the room and pee. Second time. This time, the aggression little bit comes. Okay, but I will do it. So I breathe and I just clean it up. But the anger was a little bit there. Why I'm telling you my story? Because I want you to understand what is the aggression, the thoughts and the consciousness. So, and then after 10 minutes, my first dog, PP, go right in the middle of the room and poop. This time it was third time, and the aggression was really arising. I was really angry. I just cleaned it with the aggression and anger. And then I just was a little bit out of control already, but I still did it. And then the fourth time, the Bonnie, my second dog, poops in the middle of the living room. And this time, the aggression just blow like a bomb. At the time, I kick to the bowl of water. So the bowl of water was break, and the water comes out, and it was nasty, dirty, and much more aggression comes. And you can see right now, firstly, yes, you explode, but because the explosion and the aggression become an action, and I kick to that bowl of water, and it just breaks and make that floor dirty. The aggression was much more bigger. And then I break the cleaning stick, something. I just break it. And then, there was a lot of mess. And I look at my dog. The aggression was, everywhere. And my action with the stick and with the bowl just make that aggression stronger, really, really stronger. And then when I see the dog, and then I knew that my aggression is coming because of you, because of my dog, because you peed at one time, second time, third time, fourth time, who I am, your slave. And then the thinking, grower, much bigger and much more negative. And the negative thoughts in my head was like that I want to beat them, and many thoughts was there. But it was really scary thoughts, like a thriller, like I want to really beat them up. But because, of course, I love my dogs very much, for a moment, I freeze. And this was the first time when I realized that the thought and the aggression is not me. And now, for the first time, I realize the danger of thought, because from the thought can become an action. And I love my dogs. I love them very much. How could I possibly think that way? And the negative thoughts was still there. There was two kind of something fighting. Something was a little bit conscious about that the thoughts is not mine. But then the negative thought was still there, bigger and bigger, until I suddenly was out of my body. It was really strange that there was some consciousness, some knowing. There was beyond my body. It was just like beyond the body, out of the body, and look at the body, look at the thoughts. And it was just some knowing consciousness that see the thoughts is not me. So who the thoughts are? So that was the first glimpse of the consciousness. Even though I still didn't know that is the consciousness. But at the time, feels like, wow, this is not me. So then was the second problem. The second problem that, okay, now I know that the thoughts is not me, but how I get rid of. And then I was crazy. I really was going nuts. I walk in my apartment like back and forward. I said, what is wrong? What is wrong? What they are? Get out. Get the out of my head. Get out of my body. You are in my body. Who you are? Who? So I didn't know who they are, who the thoughts are, but I knew that it's not me. That was the first step. The second step, I knew that I want to get rid of them, but I still didn't know how to get rid of them. Then when I just come to my kitchen, something's really interesting happened, which I cannot explain how it is possibly can happen something like that. I had a big, what is that? Cap? Is that cap? I think this is cap. Okay, glasses? No, glasses. Glasses, no. Glass, this is glass or is cap? Okay, I have this kind of cap or glass here. And it was full of water. And it was really thick. It was like this. I will show you. Okay, this is better. I don't have to explain it anymore. I don't know what is the name of this. So inside of this there was water, okay? And it was just on my table. I didn't touch it. It was on the table in the kitchen. And when I really goes crazy, I went crazy about my mind, my thoughts, and knowing what the hell is that. I really didn't know what is happening. And when I look at that glass of water, suddenly it just did poof, and it was broken to pieces. And the sound of that glass of water makes me awake. It was just like awakening, awake. I still didn't know that I am awake. It was just pop. And then I start to look at the glass, without any judgment, any label of that glass. I didn't say that this is glass. I didn't say that this is water. I didn't even say that this is like something fantastic happened. So for the first time, I really didn't label anything. Just look at it. The way the glass was. I just look at the glass. I just look at everything, you know. And it was just maybe a minute when my mind comes back. And then I say, wow, how can it be possible that the glass just suddenly break like that? And of course, because I am the Dharma practitioner, and actually it is tantric Buddhist practice, and I received, and still sometimes, not much nowadays, because not a good practitioner, but at that time I used to receive their teachings. And the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Jesus, or God is creator. Some universal energy is creator. They can create all the universe, all the earth, all the plants, all the fruits, everything. So just broke a little glasses to make you awake. It's just a piece of cake for them. they can make all the universe. So this is possible to them, not possible to you, you know, but Tina, you know, they talk, you know, I'm talking to myself, okay, this is not possible for me to do, but it's possible for them. And if they are invisible teachers, then teaching me right now, then they have to have something to make me awake, to teach me what the consciousness really is. What is the present moment? Somebody nowadays when tell you that you have to be in present moment to become happy and to be conscious of everything. And with the consciousness, you can see the thoughts and you find out that the thoughts is not you. And from that point, you can be happy. And you can be happy with everything, everywhere, without any condition to it. You will not understand. I will not understand. Because this is not understandable in our thinking, our mind. Because we are ignorant. How we can possibly understand something profound like that if we not experience that? So, they are able to do. I'm a Buddhist Dharma practitioner, tantric things, okay, maybe there's some woo stuff, some, you know, from out of the blue, your glasses will just blow. So that's happened. But because of that moment happened, for the first time in my life, I understand how to get rid of the thoughts, what the consciousness is. The consciousness and the knowing is something that can see clearly that the thoughts is not you. It's just something, I think that is just knowing. Oh, just knowing. No labeling. The consciousness, the knowing is not label anything. It's just there. In the very moment, the very presence. And this is the key. If you know how to be in the present moment fully, you cannot be angry. You cannot be you cannot be angry, jealous. You cannot be hateful. No, because you are not labeling and not putting your mind and your thoughts to other person or other things. My English is very bad. I would like to explain this more better, but I cannot. Me, as a not good Buddhist practitioner, sometimes I'm conscious and I really know. The knowing is still there. The conscious is still there. Sometimes take time. When I start to know this, there was a time, it takes me 1 week to be conscious that, oh, this kind of things happen because of this. Oh my God. Then later on, when the thoughts come, many unpleasant things come, it took me just maybe 1 day to realize that, oh, I'm not that pleasant situation, I'm not that aggression, I'm not that anger, I'm not the thoughts. I'm the conscious. And I can transform everything when I stay still in the present moment. Some, you know, and the time was shorter and shorter. And after a few years, now it's like 7 or 8 years for practicing this kind of things, I'm still really not good in that, you know, I'm still not good in that, but it's getting better. And nowadays, usually it took me just few seconds to realize that, oh, the negative thoughts arise, oh, the aggression arrives, oh, the jealousy, now it's just arrive. And if arrives and you know it, you stay still in the present moment and it will disappear. I guarantee you it will disappear. I guarantee you it will disappear. The negative thoughts comes. And now you're looking at negative thoughts. You're realizing this is not you. And now you're transforming it because you're looking at everything, you're drinking a water in the present moment without any labeling. So when you start to realize and start to, excuse me, I just have a little headache because when I talk English, I really have to brainstorm. It's really, you cannot understand how hard it is for me to explain you this kind of topic in English. I really want, but that is why, in my channel there's so little videos. So, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I have these tiny little things when I get a headache. So it's really helpful actually. And yeah, very helpful. So fresh and light. It's really clean up everything, every headache and things. So, where we just was? Oh, I'm lost now. Okay, so yes, from the beginning, maybe it took you a week for realize something, then 2 days, then 1 day, half day, 5 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute, 10 seconds. I think for me, need at least 10 seconds. I have to realize and be in present moment. 10 seconds sometimes take 1 minute, sometimes 3, 4, 5 minutes. And it's same with the negative comment. When somebody negatively comment in my Facebook, YouTube, it's not so much because usually, as you see, I never ever react. But 6, 7 years before, I did react 1 or 2 times, not so many. The reaction was automatic. Automatically, I react as a robot. And because of that, can make you a trouble. Because you are reacting on everything like a robot. That is good to be conscious, because you will avoid your problems. So, if I react on that like a robot, react. You negative, I will be negative. But because I try to be nice, so my negativity is like little bit covered up. Not so negative, but the energy is still there and people can sense it. So the negative comments, it caused another negative comment and another negative comment. And then was like 2 sides, one on my side, one on their side. And it started to be bigger. And when I saw for the first time that it's growing bigger, I just stay still. I say, so now I make a mistake that I react on that negative comment negatively. What happens after that? It brings and manifests more negative comments. And now I have the chance to make it right. I have to see my mistake. And secondly, I have to be the one who want to correct it, correct the mistake. So my correction was, I go there and I apologize. I say, oh, you're right. I'm very sorry that I react a little bit negatively. This is my lesson. I will learn from it. And I will use this mistake for my sharing with the audience, with the people. And from myself, like there was no more negative reaction on comments. Never ever from that moment. But yes, if you ask me, negative thinking in my mind, yes, of course, it was. It took maybe 1 year or 2 years to make me really embrace all the negative comments. Even I didn't react on anything, but when I read a negative comment, I felt that unpleasantness in myself. But sometimes there was an ego comes up, and that makes me really, really feel uncomfortable. And I have to realize that, oh, there is some ego is coming out. Come on, you know. You won't make me be in trouble, right? You know, just realize the ego. Oh man, ego, you are the one who makes my life suffer and miserable and, you know, waste many things and lose many things. And the ego is the one who make you arguing, make you do crazy decisions that leads you to crazy, unpleasant life. So, when I see the ego arrives, I realize, oh, ego again, come on, you know, no, we are not playing this game anymore. I just got enough. But it took many years to really balance this kind of things, that you can see the ego arrives, and firstly, you cannot do much things about that. Okay, you see the ego arise, but you still egoistic, you know, still talking, you know, to yourself that, oh, what he think about himself, who he thinks he is. That's the ego. And you still cannot do much about that. But the first step, you realize. And the second step is you realize the ego and you just go in the present moment. Everything will disappear in the present moment. The ego will be gone, the thoughts gone, everything gone in the present moment. So it took me 7-8 years until now. Actually, I really don't have so much negative comments because I'm not reacting on it. That is why I'm not manifesting so much negative comments. Really, you know, nowadays I couldn't see even one, but I know that there is some negative comments because, you know, on my Vietnamese channel there are thousands of comments. I cannot read all of them. I think that yes, of course, some negative comments there. You know, I didn't have that I didn't have that opportunity to read them these days, but I know that they are. And sometimes when I see negative comments these days, it makes me a little bit funny. I'm just laughing, you know. Sometimes I'm laughing because it's funny to me, you know. I just, oh, really? Sometimes if it's not so funny, I'm just looking at that comment without any judgment, label. Oh, okay, and I'm just going away from that. Sometimes when I just read that negative comment and it's really some tough one that touch my heart, you know, really something really everybody have a weak side. I too, I have some weak side, and maybe, you know, somebody can touch it, and then yes, maybe can make me a little bit uncomfortable, but not so long. I think 1 minute, maybe 5, you know, I don't know, but not much. I can see, you know, my reaction on that. I can see that I am not conscious so much. I'm ignorant. I can see many things, and then I can see that there are some thoughts that thinking about that person, oh, they are unhappy, they have unpleasant life, that is why they are attacking me, because, you know, but this is still thoughts and still labeling something. Trying to understand that person, why attacking, and try to make some excuse for them, for myself to not be angry, because I have that understanding that the other person attacking me with negative comments or nasty words is because he or she is unhappy. Happy people don't do that. Very unhappy, unpleasant, very poor person, you know, poor soul, to make excuse for that person that he have right to do that because he can run out of his unpleasant situation by attacking someone else. But actually these thoughts, even you trying to understand that person, is still thinking and thought, and you're making excuses for him to make myself to feel good, you know, because I don't want to be angry at that person. So this is why I'm just making that excuse. I think maybe, you know, how the mind just working. But yes, sometimes it's like that. And sometimes when I'm doing good, I'm just reading it just like that. Oh, this person think like me like that. Oh, okay, that's their opinion. Okay, nothing's happened, you know, and you still going with your things, and it not stick with your mind anymore. So yes, so I'm telling you this so you can have the picture that, okay, it's not easy to practice, but always there's a way. Okay, today I'm just sharing you this. I hope that some help coming from this video clip, and if there's some you know, mistakes or language, you know, I'm so sorry very much. Okay, bye.